On a splendid spring Saturday in Charleston, South Carolina, the local supermarket buzzed with an invigorating and palpable energy. The sun cast a warm, golden hue over the bustling scene as families navigated through the aisles, their carts brimming with fresh, vibrant produce and the week's essential supplies. The supermarket was alive with the sounds of animated conversation and the gentle clatter of shopping carts. Employees, their faces radiating sincere and welcoming smiles, worked tirelessly to keep the shelves replenished and assist the throngs of customers with their inquiries and needs, their movements a testament to their dedication and service. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. Amidst the vibrant and bustling energy of the supermarket, Elijah, a 38-year-old African-American man, entered through the sliding doors, his very presence exuding a palpable sense of exhaustion. The intense and unyielding demands of his week at the textile factory had left him both physically and emotionally drained. Elijah's life unfolded in a small, unadorned apartment, a space that had become his sanctuary, yet also a stark reminder of his profound solitude and lingering sorrow. His life had been irrevocably altered 5 years prior when a rare and devastating genetic disease cruelly took away his beloved wife. The depth of that loss was an almost unbearable burden, one he had only begun to confront when, just a year ago, the same heartless illness claimed the life of his young daughter. Their absence left behind a vast, gaping void within him, a chasm so deep and aching that no amount of hard work or tireless effort seemed capable of bridging it. Despite his relentless commitment, taking on double and triple shifts in a desperate attempt to afford medical treatments that ultimately proved futile, Elijah found himself daily entangled in a web of profound purposelessness and despair. His struggle was not just with the physical exhaustion of his labor, but with the deeper, more enduring grief that colored every aspect of his existence. On this particular day, the supermarket thrummed with an even greater intensity than usual, its aisles a veritable sea of bustling activity. Families moved through the store in a lively procession, their carts brimming with a vibrant mix of fresh fruits, crisp vegetables, staple goods, and occasional indulgences. The atmosphere was a dynamic blend of commerce and community, with employees navigating the chaos with a blend of urgency and meticulous care. They restocked shelves with practiced efficiency and assisted an ever-growing line of shoppers with a warmth that spoke of their dedication. Elijah wove his way towards the checkout line, his modest assortment of groceries starkly contrasting with the opulence of the surrounding bounty. What was once a mundane task of shopping had transformed into a poignant symbol of simplicity and normalcy, a yearning for the uncomplicated routines that had slipped away amidst his deep and ongoing grief. Ahead of him, an elderly woman, her silver hair a testament to the passage of time and her deeply etched wrinkles narrating a life of trials and triumphs, struggled at the register. This was Martha, a treasured figure in the community, renowned for her lush, ever-blooming garden and her nurturing, compassionate nature. For over 50 years, Martha had been a beloved cornerstone of the neighborhood, her kindness a guiding light for many. Yet today, her usual poise seemed to waver. The worry lines on her face deepened as she nervously sifted through a small collection of coins, her hands trembling with the weight of her concern. The total at the register loomed larger with each passing moment, an unwelcome reminder of the financial strain she faced. Martha had been navigating life as a widow for over a decade, her once vibrant home now a quieter place marked by solitude. Her children, scattered across distant places, were absorbed in their own lives and responsibilities, leaving her to face the days largely alone. The loneliness that accompanied her was a relentless companion, a constant echo of the absence of her late husband and the rare, though treasured, visits from her children. Each coin she struggled with represented not just a financial calculation, but the deep, enduring solitude that colored her everyday existence. In that deeply poignant moment, Elijah stood silently, his gaze fixed on Martha's struggle as it unfolded with raw vulnerability. The shared weight of their burdens, his profound grief, and her crushing solitude created an unspoken bond between them. Both were grappling with their forms of isolation and heartache, yet in the chaotic, impersonal environment of the supermarket, their paths seemed to intersect. The mutual experience of searching for connection amid their trials underscored the universal human quest for meaning and solace during times of struggle. As the murmurs of impatience began to swell among the customers queued behind Martha, the air thickened with a palpable mixture of frustration and sympathy. The rising din of discontent was interspersed with sympathetic sighs as Martha's trembling hands struggled with her modest collection of coins. The growing total at the register seemed to loom larger with every passing second, amplifying her visible distress. In a bid to alleviate the situation, Martha tried to remove some items from her cart, but her efforts only seemed to deepen her anxiety. The weight of her struggle was evident, both in her furrowed brow and the trembling of her hands as she desperately searched through her purse. Elijah, standing close by and witnessing this unfolding scene, was engulfed by a profound wave of empathy. He watched as Martha, a beloved figure in the community whose kindness had always been a beacon for others, grappled with an overwhelming moment of need. The scene before him was a stark reminder of his moments of vulnerability, times when he had found himself relying on the kindness of strangers. The memories of his own darkest days, when the generosity of others had offered him a glimmer of hope and relief, stirred within him. In those painful moments, the selflessness of others had been a lifeline, a beacon of light in an otherwise dark world. Moved by the urgent need to reciprocate that kindness, Elijah felt a compelling urge to step forward. His heart ached with the desire to offer the same compassion that had once been his lifeline. It was as if the act of witnessing Martha's struggle was a mirror reflecting his past pain and the profound healing power of human connection. The emotional weight of the situation was not just a reflection of Martha's distress, but also a reminder of the shared human experience of facing challenges and finding solace in the empathy of others. Elijah's decision to intervene was not merely a reaction to a moment of need, but a heartfelt response to the universal struggle for compassion and understanding. His action was a testament to the powerful ripple effect of kindness, illustrating how one person's generosity can transform a moment of distress into an opportunity for connection and mutual support. The act of stepping forward was not just about resolving Martha's immediate problem, but about affirming the enduring strength of human solidarity in the face of adversity. Without a second thought, Elijah stepped forward with a quiet resolve. His voice, though firm, carried a gentle warmth as he addressed the cashier. "Please add her total to my bill." The cashier's eyes widened in surprise, and Martha looked up, her expression a blend of shock and relief. Tears welled up in her eyes as she stammered, "I can't accept this." Not from a stranger, Elijah offered her a reassuring smile, his eyes reflecting the depth of his understanding. "It's not from a stranger, Mrs. Martha. We're a community, and we take care of each other." Elijah's modest yet deeply impactful act of kindness had an immediate and profound effect on the supermarket's atmosphere. What began as a scene fraught with tension and palpable anxiety swiftly transformed into one of collective gratitude and heartfelt warmth. The ripple of his compassionate gesture quickly spread throughout the store, igniting a wave of shared appreciation that was both immediate and touching. The story of Elijah's generosity and Martha's heartfelt gratitude soon began to gain traction on social media, where it captured the imaginations and hearts of people far beyond Charleston. Videos and photos of the poignant moment, shared across various platforms, went viral, drawing widespread attention and acclaim. The narrative of an ordinary man performing an extraordinary act of kindness resonated deeply with many, inspiring countless individuals to reflect on the power of empathy and the profound impact of selfless acts. Weeks later, Elijah received an unexpected letter in his mailbox. The envelope, bearing Martha's elegant and meticulously written script, contained a message that profoundly moved him. In her letter, Martha conveyed her deep appreciation for Elijah's act of generosity, detailing how his kindness had rekindled her faith in the goodness of others. The letter was accompanied by a check for $500, a significant sum that Martha had set aside specifically to express her gratitude. "I have been blessed more than I admit," Martha wrote with heartfelt sincerity. "Your kindness deserves to be rewarded." Elijah was deeply touched by this gesture. While the financial gift was substantial, he recognized that its true value transcended monetary worth. It represented a powerful symbol of the human connection that had been forged through an act of compassion. Martha's gift was a poignant reminder of the strength and beauty inherent in community and the cyclical nature of kindness. The act of giving, which had started with Elijah's simple yet profound gesture, had come full circle, reinforcing the bond of shared humanity and the enduring impact of heartfelt generosity. Deeply touched by Martha's generous gesture, Elijah felt compelled to express his gratitude in person. He decided to visit her, hoping to thank her face to face. When he arrived at Martha's home, he found himself stepping into a sanctuary of memories and warmth. The house, small and charming, was adorned with photographs and mementos that told the story of a life well lived. Each corner seemed to whisper tales of the past, a testament to Martha's rich history and enduring connection to the community. As they settled into the cozy living room, Martha began to share her treasure trove of stories about the neighborhood. She recounted how, over the decades, small acts of kindness had been the threads weaving together the fabric of their community. These gestures, though often humble, had been the lifeline during times of hardship, binding people together in a shared tapestry of compassion and support. Elijah listened intently, captivated by her tales and the deep sense of community they conveyed. Through their conversations, a deep and genuine friendship blossomed between Elijah and Martha. He began to visit her regularly, helping with household chores and accompanying her on shopping trips. In return, Martha delighted in teaching him cherished family recipes and recounting more stories about the neighborhood's past, enriching his life with her wisdom and experience. Inspired by Martha's spirit and the lessons she imparted, Elijah felt a growing desire to give back to his community. He pondered ways to contribute meaningfully, although he was uncertain about how best to channel his newfound inspiration into action. The impact of Martha's friendship and generosity ignited a spark within him, driving him to explore opportunities for extending kindness and support to others. One day, Martha revealed to Elijah that her health was deteriorating. Despite her sharp mind and vibrant spirit, her physical condition was declining. The news hit Elijah hard, as he had come to view Martha as a mother figure and a beacon of kindness in his life. He resolved to be by her side, offering his unwavering support and care during her final days. He took on the role of her caregiver, ensuring she was comfortable and her needs were met with the same compassion she had shown him. As Martha's health continued to deteriorate, she reached out to Elijah with a heart full of gratitude and affection. "You have been a true gift in my life," she said, her voice trembling with deep emotion. "Your presence has not only been a source of friendship, but also a constant reminder that there is still goodness and generosity in the world." Her words, rich with the gravity of her experiences and her deep appreciation, illuminated the profound impact Elijah had made on her life. Through their growing bond, both Elijah and Martha found a source of comfort and purpose, underscoring the enduring power of human connection and the transformative effects of simple acts of kindness. When Martha passed away, Elijah was overwhelmed by an intense and profound sorrow. The loss of his dear friend and mentor felt like an irreplaceable void had opened up within him, one that seemed impossible to fill. The depth of his grief was overwhelming, further intensified by the realization that he had lost a central figure in his life. Yet, Amid his mourning, Elijah discovered a small yet significant source of solace in the profound lessons Martha had imparted and the meaningful impact she had had on his own life. Martha's influence had been a beacon of light, guiding him through his dark times, and her memory became a source of comfort and inspiration during this period of intense sadness. Elijah's reflections on their time together brought him both solace and strength. He clung to the valuable lessons of compassion and connection that Martha had shared with him. Her legacy continued to inspire him, shaping his actions and decisions in the wake of her passing. The depth of their relationship, forged through shared moments of kindness and understanding, remained a testament to the powerful impact that one person's generosity can have on another's life. In the days following the funeral, Elijah received an unexpected call from Martha's lawyer. The purpose was to read Martha's will, and as Elijah sat through the proceedings, he was taken aback by the contents. Martha had bequeathed him her home and a substantial portion of her savings. The letter attached to the will read, "I have no close relatives, and I trust that you will make good use of this." The words were both a surprise and a deeply emotional testament to Martha's trust and belief in him. Moved beyond measure, Elijah knew he had to honor Martha's memory in a way that reflected her spirit and generosity. He chose to transform her home into a community center, a fitting tribute to the legacy she had left behind. Thus, Martha's Refuge was born a sanctuary where individuals in need could find nourishment, clothing, and emotional support. Elijah poured his heart and soul into the project, working tirelessly to ensure that the center embodied the compassion and kindness that Martha had always championed. Martha's Refuge quickly became a beacon of hope in Charleston, and the community rallied around it with remarkable enthusiasm. Neighbors and volunteers contributed their time, resources, and donations, inspired by the story of Elijah and Martha. The center hosted community events such as free dinners and clothing drives, which not only provided essential support to those in need, but also fostered a stronger sense of unity and connection within the community. As time went on, Elijah's bond with Martha's memory grew ever stronger. Her words and the example of her generosity served as guiding lights whenever he faced challenges. Her legacy continued to influence his life, leading him to engage in numerous acts of kindness and service that touched the lives of many. Elijah also embarked on a new mission, creating educational programs to teach young people about the importance of compassion and generosity. Through these programs, he shared Martha's story, emphasizing how a single act of kindness in a supermarket had blossomed into a life-altering experience for him and countless others. Elijah's efforts ensured that Martha's story remained a moving testament to the transformative power of kindness. It served as a powerful reminder of how one simple, generous act can ripple through lives, leaving a lasting impact on the world. Martha's Refuge stood as a living legacy of the profound difference that empathy and community support can make, continuing to inspire and uplift all who crossed its threshold. One day, as Elijah busily organized a community dinner at Martha's Refuge, he encountered a young mother who was visibly struggling. Her face was etched with the stress and worry of trying to provide for her children amidst challenging circumstances. As he listened to her heartfelt story, Elijah was reminded of his desperate times when Martha had stepped in without hesitation to offer support and hope. Moved by her plight and recalling the profound impact of Martha's kindness on his own life, Elijah extended an invitation to the young mother to join the dinner. He assured her that he would assist her in finding stable employment through the center's resources and programs. Overwhelmed with emotion, the young mother's eyes filled with tears of gratitude. "I don't know what I would have done without your help," she said, her voice choked with relief and appreciation. "You and this place have saved my family." Elijah, deeply touched by her words, reflected on Martha's message to him, "You have been a true gift in my life." It became clear to him that his purpose was to perpetuate the cycle of kindness and generosity that Martha had instilled in him. The realization fueled his determination to continue making a positive difference in as many lives as possible. In Charleston, South Carolina, the story of how a simple act of paying for an elderly woman's groceries had ignited a series of transformative events continued to resonate throughout the community. Elijah's journey, rooted in Martha's legacy, serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring impact of human compassion. His ongoing efforts to uplift those in need and to spread kindness echo Martha's sentiment, proving that even in the darkest moments, the light of humanity and generosity can guide the way. Elijah, carrying Martha's legacy in his heart, remained steadfast in his mission to touch lives and foster a sense of community. Each small act of kindness contributed to a larger tapestry of goodwill, reinforcing the idea that every gesture of compassion, no matter how small, can create ripples of change and hope. The story of Elijah and Martha continues to inspire, reminding us all that the power of kindness has the potential to transform lives and illuminate even the darkest of times. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Elijah and Martha's remarkable story. As we've seen, even the smallest acts of kindness can ripple out and create profound change in our communities and lives. This story reminds us of the power of compassion and the incredible impact one person's generosity can have on others. What have you learned from this touching narrative? Reflecting on the lessons of empathy, community support, and personal growth, what is one thing you plan to bring into your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring stories and uplifting content.